Danny Vegas time. Danny Vegas world. I guess this is segment
2. Yes.
Because we are in Standing Rock part
3.
3.
Well, Standing Rock, is it a scam?
Is it a scam?
Part 3.
And just to recap, because these segments are being recorded separately, so you might see them separately. We, a month ago, just asked a simple question.
Yeah.
That what we're seeing up there in North Dakota, and with the dogs and the water cannons and all this stuff,
gas canisters, grenades,
and all this stuff, and secret black planes flying in, and all this stuff.
Drones.
Is there a man behind the curtain? Is there an alternative that we're trying to do here? Now, to be honest, we really didn't even know the answer. We had a little research that Jodie came up with, kind of slided this. Okay, I did this real fast. It was a segment that we probably would have spent 10 minutes on.
Well, we spent 6. And
we
that was
spent
it.
6 minutes.
The rest
on
of that we spent on something else.
That's
so
right.
It's not
and
even a whole segment.
The vile response that we got, all that did was like, oh.
It pissed people off.
Yeah. And it's kind of like when
my
wife...
But it should make you think.
Yeah.
If it's pissing you off and it's pissing off other people, then it should make you think, what are the facts?
What are going on? So we, the fact check queen of the planet, we sent her, and then we did a segment part 2 where we said, golly, we sure found out some interesting stuff here.
More stuff that,
this pipeline company is not Darth Vader, okay? They're just building a pipeline that they've done all the right things they're supposed to do. Army Corps of Engineers is agreeing to everything. They sat down. They got the permits. They got the easements. The farmers are happy.
Yeah.
And then all of a sudden we got a brouhaha. So we got into that. And then, oh my God, the tidal wave of venom that came our way.
Well, mostly name-calling, no facts.
No facts.
Just mostly name-calling.
Crazy.
Was awful.
So
but we must have hit a nerve.
It must have hit a nerve. So now I'm thinking, as a marketing guy, as a guy who builds funnels of information and builds distribution networks for information for brands and companies, I'm saying, man, this is really starting to look like a campaign orchestrated by someone behind the curtain.
Somebody's making a pretty penny on this, too.
Something's going on, because the only people that are getting any good out of this, it ain't the cops out there in freezing weather wishing they were home. Certainly ain't the pipeline company.
No.
There's someone in that protest that's organizing all this stuff. And I told Jodie, which we got into an argument about, I said, man, if they hired me to run this protest, I'd be doing it the exact same way. I would be trying to basically put a lot of visual things out there.
I disagree.
Yeah, you do. I would put out a lot of visual stuff, of confrontations. I would spin it so that the little girl growing lettuce out there in Pahrump, Nevada would see, like, oh my God, oh, it's the Indians, and it's an oil company, and they got dogs and tear gas.
So that's, yeah.
And what would that
I don't buy it.
Yeah, but that changes the hearts and minds of America.
Yes, it does.
And that's what I'd be doing.
Until the truth comes out.
Until the truth comes out.
So now we have a special guest.
I am done talking. Go, Jodie, go.
And her name is Pam Hemphill. Pam, thank you for agreeing to be on the show. Welcome.
Oh, well, thank you. I appreciate the opportunity.
Well, I saw Pam when I was online. Thank you to Michael Meyer, who was also aware of Pam's presence. Pam has made quite a few. How many videos have you made about Standing Rock?
Almost 100.
Almost 100 videos on Standing Rock. So, first of all, why is this interesting for you? Why did you go there?
Yeah, I went there a couple of months ago. Just like everybody else, I got pulled in by that picture with the dog with Amy Goodman from Democracy Now! Showing the dog with the blood on the nose and the mouth, and then that little girl that looked like she got bit too. And I said, oh my God, they're attacking our Indians. Having Native American friends and being part Native American myself, me and my boyfriend and a couple of girls said, let's get up there. We got to help these people. It's like they're getting attacked.
Okay, so so why did you leave?
Because I wanted to go up there and help them, and I thought, anything I can do, if nothing else, my friend's a cook, so he wanted to help cook. I'm an alcohol and drug counselor. I wanted to help with any counseling, that they may need. And then the other two girls, they just wanted to be up there too to help anyway. They need volunteers. do things. You know.
Okay, so, but why did you leave?
Why did I leave to go up there?
No, why did you leave?
Why did I leave?
Why did you leave?
Why did I leave
the camp?
Oh, the camp.
Yeah.
Oh my God. Oh, it was terrible. The attitude, it was all hate for the white man. Phyllis Young was talking about the European language, which she referred to as cussing, saying the F word and stuff. That was European language. She was telling the whole history. Everybody was talking about what happened to them in the 1800s. And then I talked to the AIM organization, the American Indian Movement. And oh my God, the hate. It was just, this was not a peaceful protest. It wasn't going to be peaceful. I could feel it in the air. You know, we all felt it. We were all rejected. It was like nobody really wanted to talk to us because I was with white people.
Wow.
Just, I don't explain. Yeah.
Okay, so you started this YouTube channel with these videos, and some of these videos are pretty. I mean, they're wow. I was watching them, and I'm. It's not that what you were saying; it's what you were also backing it up with videos. You back it up as a real fact type of thing. I want to know, what about the police brutality? Talk to me about police brutality, because so many of these things, the picture of the little girl came from 2010. It wasn't even from 2016. It was,
oh, really?
Yeah, it came
I
from.
didn't know that.
Came from another year. It was something that was already online from some other news channel from a long time ago. So, give me a couple of things that you would say, like the gas canisters and things like this. Explain your idea about that. Your view on that.
So first, there is no police brutality at all. Okay. Number one, let's clear that up. That's their word that they use because it draws you in. And that dog with the blood on the nose and the mouth is because a Native American has hit that dog. What the police are doing, they're riot police, and they're trained to pull back a riot. They claimed civil disobedience. And they go on private property, and they interrupt the workers that are working there, which is their legal right to have a business and go to work. And they attacked those, there's a video I have where they attacked one of the workers. So they have been the violent ones. They are the ones I really believe the law enforcement are the victims there. But with this canister, with the Sophia, she was injured by a propane canister.
Not a gas, not a gas, not a grenade. Everybody said a grenade was thrown at her from one of the Morton County sheriffs or one of the police presence up there, and that's an absolute lie. Correct?
That's an absolute lie. They don't have those.
In fact, the FBI spoke to 3 different people and got 3 different stories from 3 different protesters. So they're also saying
3 different stories.
Yeah, 3 different stories. So they're also saying that. So tell me, what about Jill Stein? You've got all this information on Jill Stein.
Oh yeah, okay. Jill Stein goes up there. She paints on the equipment. I approve this message. What I believe, she went up there thinking I could get attention. I could bring Cal and Dave and the council. I could bring more, public awareness to what's going on here. And of course, so she sets this whole thing up with Amy Goodman and TYT. Let's get out there, and they're the only media that's been allowed to go out there because the media is pushing, those 2 medias are pushing their propaganda. So she starts it. It was Jane Stein that started this whole thing.
And who do you think is backing Jill Stein?
Backing Jill Stein, and Jill Stein jumping on their protest, as a means of getting attention for herself.
Right. Who do you think is backing her? Where do you think that financial backing's coming from?
Well, I did a little more research, and I did a video on this with Jane, and another senator agrees that her funding is coming from
Soros.
George Soros.
Exactly. See, that's what I think too. I think that he is funding that. And you've been saying for the whole time, who is the man behind the curtain? And it isn't Mr. Oz.
Well, it's an interesting thing that I think about because, I will tell you, and I know we have, this show, we're putting a lot of putting a lot of true evidence out there that, this oil company is not Darth Vader. And if you were to look at, they've done everything right by the Army Corps of Engineers, which represents the government, which of course represents us by elected officials. That there is the people that are there. There's no doubt in my mind that the people that are there because of a passionate reason that they believe in. There's no doubt in my mind. I don't think all of them are out there getting paychecks every week to do this. But at the same time, you can look at the past and see how the right rhetoric, the right state of mind, you can get people to cross rivers that are freezing. You can get people to cross over razor wire. You can do that. In other words, and I hate to use this, and Pam, I know you're old enough to remember this, but are these people drinking the Kool-Aid? Is there a Jim Jones out there? Is there a Charlie Manson out there?
You know what, Pam, isn't that what we talked about? That's exactly what we said. This is Jim Jones.
Is there a Jim Jones out there? Is there somebody out there that is basically the genesis for the information that ends up in Jill Smith's inbox on her Facebook page in Pahrump, Nevada?
Well, let me tell you who I think it is, and she can tell you more about him.
All right.
Tell us about Chase Iron Eyes.
Oh, Chase Iron Eyes. Oh, God. Yes. He ran for congressman and he lost. And he has a video where he's calling for revolution. And at his last rally, he claimed that children were bitten by dogs. And see, none of their claims can ever be matched by police report. There's been no report of a child being injured. In fact, none of the injuries that occurred up there have ever been reported to the police department or in no records in hospitals. So yeah, I live with this.
Okay, but and then here we are. The guy ran for Congress as a pipeline promoter. Now he's the other day he's made a video because Pam also commented on this video, and he does this video where he got cut off, and then he comes back and he's in this nice warm little room and says, well, I got cut off, and I'm thinking that it might be because people are looking for me because you're an idiot. You're provoking a revolution.
Well, that's the question, and
the propaganda behind it.
And that's the question for me. And like I said, I'm a kind of an expert at building distribution networks for information. And what I'm seeing is, this is how I see it, Pam. And maybe you can tell me I'm smoking dope or not. But I see a movement that really has no way to win in the courts. They look at it like, wow, there's no way. They've been building this thing for years. They've been spending billions of dollars. They have the private sector land. They have everything. All the I's are crossed. The D's are dotted, whatever you want to call it. So the only way I'm going to win is I have to create an atmosphere of victimization. And the way I do that is I just have to mind meld these folks into what I am thinking. And that takes a lot of time and a lot of effort and a lot of money. And I want to know who that person is.
Well, and I agree with that too, because we were just talking about this. Tell us about the Pakistani woman who's there training them.
Okay.
Hang on.
Okay.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, Judith LeBlanche, Leblance. She's a Palestine Peace Action Field Director. On her Facebook, you could see her down there at Standing Rock. So that's been verified. She trains them in strategies, and these have all been strategies to pull you in. And you'll notice that there's never been anything to back it, though. But they'll make these accusations. And this is what they're training them to do, like making silly videos on stuff that's not even really happening. So you'll watch it. See, that's been the problem. Every video out there, it's been, Democracy Now!, the TYT, and then the protesters making videos. There's nobody out there making videos disputing the other side. So when you listen to these people like Judith LeBlanche, and there's, like you're digging now, and you're finding more and more coming out. Mm-hmm. Thank God.
Right, exactly.
Is there anything else?
All their videos, it's all propaganda.
Well, they're setting up, and then they set up families. They want the families to go there so that you'll feel sorry. You bring your child in 30 degree below temperatures. You take them out of school. You bring your families there. You're an unfit parent in my book. I'm sorry. Are they going to go to Iran and go to the front line to support our boys because they don't like the war there? I mean, come on, that is absolutely ludicrous. Okay, Pam, I have a couple of other things. You also showed me a video of BLM, not the Bureau of Land Management.
That's what I thought.
Black Lives Matter. Tell me what they were talking about in there and where they were when they were talking.
Oh, I just want to say real quick, Chase Ironized father was at the 1973 Wounded Knee, so they're
1976
connected with the AIM organization.
Right,
Right.
The Black Lives Matter, the Black Lives Matter, their main activist is out there right now, and I had a video up just recently on that one. And of course, they're all pulled in, and we know Black Lives Matter. We already know this. It's verified. It's supported by George Soros.
Exactly. And I consider them a terrorist organization.
I do
Oh, they
not.
are.
But
He
that's
he
okay.
does not. I do.
not. I just think they're misguided. But
They are misguided, but they also, there's a lot of the Muslim Brotherhood is there as well, correct?
Yes, and then the Muslims, there's a video on them too. They made their own special video supporting Standing Rock, and they were down there. I saw them. I saw the Black Lives Matter and the Palestine. They have their little flag, you know.
And the veterans, now supposedly there's going to be veterans going there. Can you tell us anything about that?
Yeah, the count on that right now is 2,000, and another 1,000 is committed that they were going. The count on money is just crazy. It's going up there. I think the last count I heard was $160,000 donated. And what are they going to do? What are they going to accomplish? Give me a break.
Well, see, this
They're
is
gonna
what
go
I
out
said.
and give-
Speaking of money that's been
Go ahead.
donated, how many GoFundMe accounts do we know of that have actually been created?
Well, you know, we don't know the exact amount right now. That's something somebody can research for us. But right now, what I got is 800.
800? Okay,
Over
because I
3
saw
million.
yesterday that there were 1,200 or almost 1,500 now GoFundMe accounts
Yeah.
set up for
Growing.
people that may or may not
Yeah.
even be there.
Right. Okay.
Yeah, $3 million so far has been spent there.
So
Yeah.
let's talk
And
about.
LaDonna, a lot of them. Oh, go ahead.
I'm sorry. Go ahead. Go ahead.
LaDonna, there's a video where the guy was asking LaDonna for money. So the money was going to LaDonna.
LaDonna Braveheart, right?
Yeah.
LaDonna Braveheart. Okay. So let's talk about the chairman of Standing Rock, Mr. Archibald. Tell us what he does
Oh,
up
God.
there. He owns. What does he own?
He owns a gas station and a market there.
He owns a gas station and a market, and he's protesting everything that's his livelihood.
Yeah. I know.
know.
A lot of people want to protest, but they don't want to live to protest. But he was
Exactly.
arrested in the very beginning because I have a video where he was pushing a police officer. So he's very violent.
Oh, wow. Okay. So then we get into the Tainted Water. Now, since 1986, tell us about the Tainted Water.
That water has been bad since 1986. It's in the Army Corps of Engineers records, and a lot of people have already looked it up to see if I was making that up, and they found evidence. Yeah, that water's been tainted for a very, very long time.
And we're talking about the Oahe River, correct?
Right.
Okay. And from what I found out, casinos, Indian-owned casinos, are dumping waste and sewage into this river.
Yes.
Yeah, this water is so contaminated and so tainted, you can't do, there's nothing you can, nobody's done anything to clean it. You can't drink it, you can't even go in the water, right?
Nope. Right. It's bad.
Well, that's
So it's not about water. We know this. This is a political arena to their own agendas, and it goes way high. Like you said, the Wizard of Oz, and pull that curtain. Who's standing there? Well, George Soros.
Well, see, this is what I think, and we went over this the last time too. The claims and the fact checking that it's not on tribal burial grounds. We've determined that
No.
through all the but through
Right.
all the information that we have found. Not only is it not on tribal burial grounds, it's also has nothing to do with the water.
Right.
No.
Right.
It has absolutely nothing to do with
And
water.
So I guess
There's
to
no
me,
burial sites.
Exactly.
It took 30 people out there, including their tribe professionals out there, to check. And the report never went out to everybody. Just a little bit, you know what I mean? But they just covered that up. and keep saying there's burial sites there. There are no burial sites where they are.
But they have been unable to bring any of that location of any burial sites to anyone. In fact, the judge, who in his 58-page decision said they did not meet whatever the criteria was for him to put a temporary injunction against them. Obama actually stepped in and said he made an executive order where he had absolutely no right and no jurisdiction over. And this is why right now it is kind of come to a halt. Not that it's going to stop, because it won't. It will be finished.
It will get finished.
It's going to get done.
The question is, we only got a couple minutes left, Pam. What do you think's going to happen here? I mean, are they going to just run out of gas when Trump starts to build a wall? All of a sudden, people are like, "Oh, that's more fun, and it's a lot warmer down there." So, or what's going to happen? I mean, you know, I think at night all the Standing Rock Indians just go home every night, leaving all these other folks out there to freeze. So, what do you think's going to happen here in the middle of January?
Exactly. Well, if Trump comes in, it's going to be a whole different story. We know that. So that's going up there, and all this is happening. They need publicity. There isn't any. There's very little. You know, they're mad at the
No mainstream media, exactly.
But so they've got to bring it, so they got this girl, they got her arm injured, which is a lie. But so they're doing all this as propaganda to get the attention and show that it's a plea so we can start a war against each other. This is George Soros' tactic. He wants to divide the United States. And this is part of it.
Okay, well, one thing we got to say before we go forward, and we'll make sure that the views that we have here are the views of us.
Of us,
and
right.
not of WCOBM or its sponsors or everybody like that. So I just want to make sure we all say that what we're saying and speculation about George Soros and all that stuff is just the opinions of us sitting here on the Danny Vegas live show. Because I don't know if it's George Soros. All I know is
that's
is
an assumption.
Someone is got a whiteboard with some ink pens, and they're drawing arrows all over the place saying, we need to do this, we need to do that, and
directing and delegating and all that. Exactly.
I don't know who it is. I don't know what's going on. But, you know, this, again, it just never really smelled right to me. And who knows what's going to happen. And Pam, we got about 2 minutes left. Where are we going to be in 60 days?
Oh, 60 days? I really don't know. They're not going to stop. They're going to continue to come up with some kind of scenario where it's going to get public more pulled in. This is their agenda, and they'll shut us down as much as they can from saying anything. But we just got to keep putting our voice out there, because there just isn't enough people talking about the other side.
Exactly, and this is why this is why we're doing what we're doing. Pam, thank you so much for being with us. How can people contact you? I know you have this fantastic YouTube channel.
Right.
So it's Pam, P-A-M, Hemphill, Hemphill. And of course, we're going to be posting these videos, and I will send you a direct link so that you can, so that you will have this, so that you can post it on your pages as well. And thank you again for all the time you took.
For being with us
today.
Yeah.
We appreciate it very much.
Well, thank you very much. Can I just end with saying one quick thing?
Sure.
Yes.
Dave did say that he believes a war is coming. That's from his mouth, one of his videos. So that's probably what's happening.
That's right.
That's right. Well,
yep. That's a provocation of war. I mean, of revolution.
Well,
this isn't 1824.
Well, it's not the first time we've had Indian movements say the same thing. So we'll see what happens, Pam. We love you. Thank you for putting your side on. Lord knows, like you said, the facts are out there. People, please.
Yep.
Go out there and find the facts.
Find it out. If you can dispute any of this, I want to see it.
Yeah, please do. All right. Let's go ahead and call it a day. Let's collect our $1 million check. That's right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's a laugh.
That's a laugh. And we'll be back next week with Shark Tank. Nicole
Taylor Sharp.
We'll see you.
Bye-bye.